Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. We're back again. We're back here again. We've got another live stream. Let me check if the order's working. We're doing the watch along for Manchester City taking on Crystal Palace this lunchtime. Make sure you smash up the like button. Right now, I need to let's get the game up ready. What channel is it on? Is it on? I assume it's on BT because it's lunchtime, isn't it? It's lunchtime. We've got some decent games on today, I can't lie. That's why we're doing 2 streams. And then you got some 3 o'clocks as well. Alright, let's bang this up. Right, we turn that down. Right. I think we're all good to go. Let's go through some of the comments as we enter into the stream. Big up. Hate along. Bro, of course it's a hate along. Of course it is. Palace. We need City Tears of the Palace. Bro, we need. Of course, we want that Man City. If we want Man City to lose, that's what we want. But let's smash the lights. Let's go through the lineups now. So, Manchester City's lineup is Edison, Rico Lewis, Ruben Diaz, Gavardio at centre back, O'Reilly at left back, midfield 2, of Gonzalez and Kovacic, McAtee, Gundogan, De Bruyne, Mamouche. For Crystal Palace, Dean Henderson, Lacroix, Lerma, Richards, Muniz, Adam Wharton, Commander, Mitchell, Eze, Sarr, and Mateta. They've got some ballers that can score goals today. Palace, hopefully. Who's out for the game? You got Eddie Nketiah suspended. You got Decore out. Mark Guay suspended. Raid is out for injury. East is out for injury, and then obviously Man City, they've got Stones, Akanji, Ake, Rodri, Haaland. You know how they've had injuries this season? I think one of Man City's big downfalls this season, obviously it is Rodri, is having the constant centre backs out. A bit like Real Madrid right now, like because they haven't got a proper centre back pairing. I think that's really massively hindered them this season, if I'm being honest. And I think that's the reason why they've kind of fallen off. But yeah, make sure you tap up the like button, smashing it up. We're gonna go through. What's this? 2-2. Man City must win. I want them to lose. Make top 5 interesting race. What do you think? Let me have a look at the table. Let me have a look at the Premier League table. So we've got about a couple of minutes until kickoff. So if Manchester City, they're currently sitting in 6th. Now, you look at the next 2 games. If Chelsea, let's say Man City drop points today, right? They're good to 53 points. If Chelsea can win, right, they could have a bit of a gap on Man City. Because you'd expect them to beat Ipswich, and you'd expect Newcastle to beat Man U, and you'd expect Villa to beat Southampton. So you probably argue Manchester City got the trickiest fixture out the weekend in terms of that bracket. Now everyone's just trying to hopefully catch up with Forest, and hopefully they just slightly fall off. They're not going to fall off, I don't think. If I was to make a if I was to make my top five prediction, I would go Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, uh, Man City, Chelsea. Because I think Chelsea can easily rotate like they have been doing in the conference. Villa have still got the Champions League second leg. They've still got the FA Cup. Same with Manchester City. But then Newcastle's only got one game a week. And if you're doing a base, what's the forms of the last five? Newcastle are right up there with hot form. Aston Villa have been coming back into their own in the past couple of games or so. Man City sit 11th in form. So it's going to be interesting. I'm not even going to lie. I'm really looking forward to this back end of the season. As a neutral standpoint of view, you could argue. Um, but, but yeah, the players are um, about to walk out now. Yeah, they are walking out. This is Kevin De Bruyne's obviously farewell. This is his last dance. Obviously, with Manchester City, obviously he's still got the FA Cup. Obviously, he wants to try and get his team Champions League football. Um, and yeah, obviously he wants to try and get his team. You could argue. I mean, I don't think Bournemouth are going to get Champions League now. Like, too much of a big of a gap. Are Fulham still in a race? I mean, they are only 5 points. And then you got the Bournemouth as well. I feel like if they want any sort of a chance, they have to win their games. Brighton's got Leicester, you'd expect them to win. So if some of these teams can drop points this week and Brighton can close that gap heavily, Villa, this top five from about third to about eighth is going to be changing every single game week. In my opinion, it's just going to be changing like non-stop. Um, But yeah, what other games we got today? You got Brighton, Leicester at 3 o'clock. You got Nottingham Forest, Everton, Southampton, Villa, and obviously we got Arsenal, Brentford tonight, which I'm going to watch. You got a couple of 2 o'clocks as well. But yeah, Kevin De Bruyne has got 5 goals and I think 8 assists. That was against Crystal Palace. Good because I just want to see a good game of football. Like, to be honest, if Man City get Champions League, like, yeah, I don't want them to get it because it's banter in it, but I know they're going to end up getting it, so I'm not really asked. I just want to see good, entertaining football, if I'm being honest. But make sure you tap up that like button, you subscribe into the channel, and it's going to be a good hate watch against Manchester City. Yeah. So let's hope Man City absolutely bottle it, lose 5-0. And yeah, that's the dream. You've got some other games on in the other leagues. You've got like, what is it? Dortmund Bayern as well today. Score prediction. I think I'm in two minds. It's either going to be 1-1. Look, Palace do well away from home. They're a good side away from home. They're a very good side away from home. I think Man City will win this. I'm going to. Do I want to be boring and go to? I think Man City will turn up and win 2-0. Hey, speaking of Manchester City already bombing through, making chances. 2-0 Man City. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Bro, that vlog's going to be mad because we're going to win the league. Because we're going to win the damn league. But yeah, we're doing that. That's at R5, isn't it? But yeah, we are underway. Surprise Ben Chilwell don't get minutes for Palace. Ben Chilwell's overrated. I've said it for the longest period of time. I remember back in like the 2020 Euros. Bare people were saying Ben Chilwell should be starting at left back, and I'm like, what? The guy is crap defensively. Going forward, he's okay. But defensively, he isn't great. And especially, I understand where your thought process is. Like, he probably does suit Palace system a little bit. Darren Can, apparently, it's his final Premier League game as a referee. I'll be honest, I could not give a crap. But yeah, let's update this. There we go. Yeah, Gavardio playing at centre back. I think he'll be their centre back for next season. I think it'll be Diaz and Gavardio. You'd assume that obviously you got Cousinov as well. Who's actually, I don't think he's been too bad. I actually rate Cousinov. Ball swung, Mateta. Mateta's obviously going to be a big threat today. How old is Mateta? Because you know what? For like a price as a backup, how much would he cost? Mateta's only 27, you know. And he does score goals. Do you know since Glazenask has come in, he's been really good. He's been one of the best strikers in the league. And then that's not even BS. As a good backup, but then he's Palace's main man, he scores them goals, so they're gonna probably ask for a bit. I would definitely take Mateta for 10, 15 mil as a backup. As long as we're going to get a primary striker. Man City trying to make them forward runs, good defending. Gavardio, Rico Lewis. De Bruyne. He's on his farewell tour. Ugh. We have an audio. Hopefully that's better. Look. Marmouche. I'll be intrigued to see how they line up with Marmouche next season. I'm really intrigued because if they go and get a, let's say they go and get like a, I don't know, a Verts, for example. How are they lining up? Are they put Marmouche left? Because he plays as like second striker 10. So I'm intrigued to see like how they try and potentially fit him in. Because obviously he's going to start for Man City. And obviously when Haaland's back as well. So a few mistakes here. We know Eze can do bits in his day. Rico Lewis, Diaz. Go on, lads, put the ball forward, man. Oh, 1-0. 1-0 Crystal Palace. That's 1-0 Crystal Palace, and that is brilliant play. That is brilliant play from Crystal Palace. Cutting open the opposition. Back post. Eze's just there. Bang. Oh my god, goal. Palace are winning 1-0. Oh my god. Wait, is he onside? He's onside. He's onside. That's a brilliant ball. Easily cut them open. Oh my god, that is so bad defensively. I know what Manchester City are trying to do. They're trying to play him offside at the same time, but that is so badly defensively. Sarr just with a nice little pass. It's just an easy throw to pass into Eze. Edison, no chance. Defense just caught, absolutely slapped. And that is 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Yeah, Crystal Palace are leading at the Etihad by 1-0. Right, let's update this. So yeah, Eze. I mean, yeah. Speaking, I mean, you were saying about as a PL. Yeah, would I take Eze? I mean, I think he's got a 60 mil release clause. For me, I'm thinking more about what I think my club would do. If someone said to me, "Would you take Eze at Liverpool?" Answers yes. For the price and how much what we also need to go and do. Crystal Palace scoring first this season, by the way, but they've only lost one game. So they have a very good record, and they're very good away from home. You saw that against Fulham in the FA Cup quarters. But I can't lie, I think we get Simmons. Yeah, go. Yeah, man. This is so far a successful Manchester City hate watch. We're here for the Manchester City hate watch. Hey, they can cut them open again. If Eze can make that forward run, oh my god. Good defending. Good defending by Gavardio. Almost cut out there. I don't think he's as good as people make out at left back. I think for what he does going forward in terms of creating goals and getting goals, I don't. He's obviously really good. We've seen his ball striking ability. He can definitely play in multiple positions. Right, versatile. Big fan of him. But for me, as a Manchester City left back, he is not a left back. I'd rather play him at CB. Remember a few years ago, a lot of clubs wanted Sarr. To be honest, they did, didn't they? A lot of clubs actually wanted Sarr. Obviously, when he was at Watford. To be honest, at the time, I would have took him for 20, 25 mil. I thought he had really good potential. There was a player in there. This surely is 1-1. Surely 1-1. Oh my god, as it's not 1-1. Oh my god, as it's not 1-1. As Marmoush not done there. He could have gone round the goalkeeper. He could have dinked it over the goalkeeper. I don't know how he's not scored. That's a really good pass by Rico Lewis, by the way. De Bruyne just holding the ball up tight. He's onside, Marmoush. He gets past the defender, and then obviously Dean Anderson saves it. He should be doing better. I mean, he couldn't really get a proper direction and a shot. Pep Guardiola's calling for a pulling shirt. Oh, what are they calling for? A penalty here? What? Nah, surely not, man. Nah, no pen. Play on. But yeah, a lot of clubs did want to say Sane. Oh, my foot is hurting. Ball then into Dean Anderson. So far, I think Marmoush went for the wrong placement. I think he should have gone bottom right instead of bottom left. He was looking to go left. He should have gone right because Dean Anderson was more on the left hand side. Would have been it's easier for him to save. Should have gone right there, Mamouche. To be honest, the form that he was in at Frankfurt and the way he's been playing for City probably would have. betted on he would have scored there. Obviously, De Bruyne with the follow-up. That's the one thing with Crystal Palace. When they go 1-0 up and they get into a proper groove, they're a real difficult team to break down. Now, sometimes the league table might not show that, but when you watch Crystal Palace and when they play football, and if they do end up leading the game, as you've seen, their record is very good. Their away record is very good. Um, they've been very good under Glasner. So ball, surely goal. Oh my god, should be doing better there. If I'm honest, should be doing better. Come on, Palace, man. Let's go. Mm, 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 mm. What does my mum want, man? What? Why is my I've had like 6 missed calls, yeah, from family members. My family are bare weird. They never ring me, yeah. But when I'm like live streaming or recording videos or doing something productive or I'm just genuinely busy, they ring. But when I'm free, they don't ring. You can't make this stuff up. De Bruyne. Ball is in. Oh, cleared. Oh, look, Pep Guardiola is probably the greatest manager of my lifetime. But he's got one hell of a job in the rebuild. And for me, it's a massive job. You know, not only Manchester City need new players, they need to tweak new things because they look mentally weak. Like, we all know Manchester City need bundles of players if they want to get back to winning the title or the Champions League and stuff like that. But they need a whole proper refresh, and not just in players, but in the mental set as well. Because a lot of them just look not only physically, but mentally fried as well. Like they just that because when you're in the Pep Guardiola system, you're so mentally drilled into the system in terms of everything you've got to do, and it becomes very repetitive in your brain to the point where it can be quite mentally fatiguing. And that's something I've actually picked up on Manchester City when I'm watching the body language, the psychological type of the game when I'm watching them. That's something that I have took note of when watching them this season. And there's a Man City have obviously look, they've got a proper rebuild this summer. It's going to be interesting to see how they do it. Obviously, they've rebuilt some of it. They brought in some players in the window. They brought in obviously Kuzanov, the likes of Mamouche. For me, they need many more players. For me, they need, I think, two attackers. The rebuild needs a massive shift. They're going to need a new goalkeeper. Looks like Edison's going to leave, etc. So look, they've got a massive job on their hands. Palace with the corner. Goal 2-0. That's 2-0. That's 2-0 Crystal Palace, and it's 2-0 inside 20 minutes. I think it's Richards with the header. Very. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. I'm not bullcrying. Watch what we're watching. They just look mentally fatigued. Look at this. And that is 2-0 Richards. 2-0 to Crystal Palace. I'm sorry, but Man City aren't coming back. Let's not be stupid here. This is a Man City 2019. This is Manchester City 2025. And we are absolutely here for it. Look at that. It's actually a really good ball, to be honest. That's actually a really good corner. Take away nothing from Crystal Palace. Richards gets there, beats him. No one's really man marking him. Bang, goal 2-0. And that's 2-0 Crystal Palace inside 20 minutes against Manchester City here at the Etihad. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, goal. How was De Bruyne's not been bad. He almost scored there. I think Man City should get Adam Wharton. Adam Wharton's an absolute. Hold up, my mum's rang me. Is that offside? Is that offside? I can't lie. I've had an absolute meh. I've had absolute meh on FPL. Bro, I've got no Palace players, and it's a double game week. Man's got 1 point. I've got 1 point. I'm just gonna have to hope. Oh, I've got money, Oz. I'm just gonna have. This is my FPL, bro, and I used my free hit. Oh no. To be fair, the people I'm competing with in my league, none of them lucky enough have a Palace player. Oh, he's captained Isaac. He's brought in Murphy, Livramento. Who's he triple captained? Isaac. Oh, I should have triple captained him. I might have to triple captain Salah against Leicester, man. Next week. This is a stinker and hooked. Commander's been booked. That's a prime Man City free kick. Surely that's Marmoush territory. Surely that is like prime Marmoush. That is like prime Marmoush. Oh! What a goal. Fair play. Kevin De Bruyne 2-1. It's not Marmoush who takes it. It's the main man. Kevin De Bruyne has scored a free kick to get his side back in the game. That's 2-1. That's game on now. Palace don't bottle this. Kevin De Bruyne. Went the other way. Dean Henderson got cooked. It is a decent goal. Yeah, don't Palace, just don't bowl this, man. Man City are gonna be 2-2 any minute. Oh. Yeah, don't Palace. Going forward, Man City haven't been atrocious today. Oh my god, I thought that was 2-2. McAtee. I thought McAtee was gonna bury that, and I thought that was gonna be 2-2. This is a De Bruyne rolling back the years, winning the ball back. He scored to get his team back in it. That's a really good ball by Marmoush. Going to I'll be back in a minute. Oh my god, I've just come back from the loo and it's 2-2. What? Who the hell scored? Who scored? Marmouche? Oh man. This is an L. This is a stinker, man. Most first half goals this season, Man City 36. Let's just hope they collapse in the second half then. So jealous we didn't get Marmouche. Yeah, I wanted him as well. Man City in this game haven't actually been bad going forward. They've been a threat. De Bruyne's been a threat in this game going forward. He's at the posts. He scored a goal, created a couple of chances, winning the ball back in high areas. Um, what the fuck are they showing here? He was only just offside at SA, to be fair. It would have been 3-0. But we've had goals in this game, 4 goals already. 2-2 already before half time. That's not a bad ball. O'Reilly. Ooh, doing well. De Bruyne. Kovacic. Oh, what was that, De Bruyne? Should we see what Twitter is saying? On Marmoush scores his sixth Premier League goal since joining Man City. Massive impact. Yes, I feel like we're not far approaching half time. Um, Adam Wharton done well in the game. Really want to matter this. Anyway, mate, the way Adam Wharton is, he has got so many traits and options to his game. In terms of he can be that like six destroyer, he can be that eight where he can dictate play, he can switch the passes, he can press the ball up forward, he can carry the ball as well. He's quite smooth and agile on the ball at times as well to watch. For the price, I would love him. Do I see us paying 80 million plus with the other options that we need to sort out? I feel like the midfield is the least on the priority. So if we was ever going to get like an Adam Ward, it wouldn't be till next year, I know. But they're showing the Europe's games for next week. Some really good games. You got Dortmund, Barca. You got Real Madrid, Arsenal, Inter, Bayern, Europa League. The Europa League on Thursday is going to be sick. Ever since when the offside goal went in, Man City been by far the best team, and hence why they've got back into this game. Three minutes of injury time. Yeah. Oh my god, I thought De Bruyne was going to make it 3-2. I thought that was 3-2 De Bruyne, I'm not even going to lie. I thought that was 3-2 De Bruyne. Big chance by Kevin De Bruyne. Probably should be scoring if I'm being honest. Went for more of a power than more than a precision. Can City get one more chance? Mm. Oh, that's probably going to be the last opportunity before half time. That is half time. Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 2. People will be back for the second half. Gives me a chance to go to the toilet, get a drink and whatnot. Just need to ring my mum. And yeah, we will be back for the second half. Right, we're back for the second half. Let's go. Yeah, I agree. Second half, Palace. Man City are in. De Bruyne. That's a goal. Goal Kovacic 3-2. They're fucking falling off. Palace, man. 2-0 up. Oh, man. Kovacic, that's a really good finish. Ooh, that might be offside, that's close. Potentially offside. Oh, what now? And it's a fucking goal. Goal, 3-2. Something all this. The thing is, Palace were playing well in that first. This semi-mated or offside. Honestly, it's going to save so much time. Why? Why? It wasn't in the league when it first got introduced. No idea. But they're incompetent. McAtee should have scored again. Bro, yeah, that's what Palace should be doing, but they're struggling. Yeah. Let's put my map on control. Bro, Marmoush already has more Premier League goals than Darwin Núñez this season. Oh god, oh god. I prefer not to speak. I prefer not to speak. Be back in 1 second. He's offside, surely. Oh my god. Fair play, he's gone for the fucking backflip. Edison with the assist. That's another Edison assist. Oh my god. Shocking touch, but he goes around the goalkeeper, finishes it. Oh. 4-2. Crystal Palace have collapsed. They are shit. This is a bottle job, man. Yeah. I don't think Edison's that far off, behind Darwin Núñez and GA. Because I think Edison's got, 3 or 4 Premier League assists this season or something like that? Darwin Núñez has only got 5 goals. And I don't know how many he's got in assists. Edison's easily got half of Darwin's GA. Which is stupid. Oh my god. What the hell? Block shot save. Should have been 5-2. That would have been game over. Ben Shaw's come on. What's he gonna do? See what Twitter is saying. Edison's got 7 Premier League assists. That's a joke. Palace, you're dog shit. So yeah, if you've not seen the news, this. All details for Virgil van Dijk's deal has been agreed. Just waiting for the official statement for Virgil van Dijk. Let's go. Shit, I've actually just closed the game off. Whoops. Smash up them likes, people. Subscribing to the channel. Eze looks like he's going off injured. Chelsea and Newcastle must win. Chelsea got a tough last few games. Must win, of course. So have a look. Man City will go up to 4th. Obviously, if the Chelsea beat Ipswich and Newcastle win, they'll go back down to 6th. Hey, I didn't realise that. Newcastle got 2 games in hand. Ooh. And that will put them 4 points clear of City. It could be a shootout between Man City and Chelsea. Hey. Interesting. Ederson is injured. Oof. Ortega's warming up, yeah. I think his leg's completely done. Ooh. What even happened? It's like his leg just shakes when he kicked the ball. Why is this guy filming Ederson coming off the pitch? What? Oh God, what a world we live in. Keep subscribing. We have 56 from 800. Palace have had no second half chances. None. Zilch. Oh man. They've bottled it. They've bottled it. They have well and truly fumbled. Look at this game we're putting in now, because I can't lie, it's gone dead. We are going to be doing the Arsenal watch along later, though. Looking forward to that. If Arsenal lose and we win the next 2 games, actually, let me have a look. Right. 31 points available, right? No. So the 7 games left. Right, that's 21 available points. We're currently 11 clear. If we win the next 2, right, that will put us 17 clear. I think if we win the next 2 and Arsenal lose a game and maybe draw, we're champions next week. We could be champions in the next 2 games. So we are hating. We want the bees to do something. What are Brentford fighting for? Oh, literally nothing. I mean, they could still get conference because 5th will go to Champions League, Europa. Is it 2 Euro? Would it be 2 Europa League spots? was it just one? Because obviously, like, you've had Man U and Tottenham this year. So will we have two? So let's say Chelsea win the conference. Brentford just win. You know, believe you can fight for conference. And then obviously they've got Ipswich. Actually, to be fair, yeah, there's no hope. It'll probably be the Tottenham game. I think we win it. But I think 8 more points, no matter what, gets us mathematically. Or what we want is we want Brentford to win, Ipswich draw. Who's Ipswich got this weekend? Chelsea, yeah. I was gonna say, if they had some, like, I don't know, Southampton, 9 points, you know. Oh, that's a goal. Goal 5-2 Manchester City. Five two. O'Reilly has scored 5-2. Man City 2-0 down. Good finish. Good finish. Oh man, this is peak. So, yeah, Man City will easily won this. Ever since that Commander challenge in the first half, Palace have just farted the bed. They've genuinely farted the bed. Oscar Bob's coming on. Oscar Bob coming back from his broken leg. He would have got major minutes this season. He actually looks like a baller. That Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob. What a name. Fucking imagine being called Oscar Bob. Just Bob. Oh, that's a ball switch. Oof. Trying to find it. Savino. Oh my god, how's that not 5-3? How is that not 5-3? Oh my god. How is that not 5-3? Oh my god. This game could. 7 goals doesn't do it justice. They genuinely should have been about 10 goals in this game. Oh my god, what is that? De Bruyne's going off. Oh man, a couple of minutes left. Bro, we will be there, man. 2-1 Brentford, believe. We will be there. 17th. Yeah, kickoff is that then. Oh. Seven minutes. Jack Grealish looks absolutely depressed. What a shock that is. Doku. Oh my god. Oh, defend. Oof. Smash them likes. Arsenal Brentford people, we are doing that later. Up the bees. We need Arsenal tears. Even though I don't know if it'll be really tears because a lot of them are checked out. Yeah, look, there's only 2 minutes left, so we're going to end it here. Man City have won this game by 5-2. Man City have won. We'll be back live later for that, and obviously we got the big Liverpool game tomorrow. So, still got 2 more watch-alongs this weekend. We'll have the match reaction for the Liverpool game tomorrow. And, yeah, the race for the top 4 is on. Who's going to get it? I guess we're going to find out. But until then, take care. Goodbye.